Good morning, good afternoon, good day, happy Wednesday. Today is September the 9th, and we are going to continue revising our work and making it better and better and better. So today we will focus on connotations of language and revising our essay and using figurative language to make our writing more engaging. And then I will look at my writing as a reader and add figurative language to make it more engaging. And our closing question is, what does the term "do it afraid" mean to you? A number of us have not really done much with our essays. Maybe we wrote the rough draft and then we kind of stopped there. Why is that? I think a lot of us are not used to writing the way I'm asking you to write. We're not used to using figurative language and adding details and commentary. Oh yeah, we know it when we see it and we like it, but I don't write that way. So if you are nervous or you are stressed, or you're like, I don't like writing, it's time to get over it. And as I see it, for a lot of us, we have to suffer and do it afraid. So be thinking about that term for yourself. And of course, positive affirmations matter, especially for those of us that are negative, fearful, nervous, stressed. We got to tell ourselves what to think so we can think better things. So say it out loud if you want. It'll help. What are you? I am smart, confident, and successful. And how do you feel about writing? I love writing. It is so much fun. And how do you feel about revising? It's so cool. I love making my writing better. Seriously, say these kinds of things to yourself. It will affect your thinking and your writing will get better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the bulk of our work is in Schoology. But first, I want us to look at and think about connotations and figurative language. So let's do a quick little PowerPoint on that. Figurative language describes reality in an artistic way. It's not literal. Your friend may be a beast in Super Smash Brothers, but he's not literally a beast in Super Smash Brothers. It connects emotionally, right? Figurative language connects with your emotions and your imagination. So you picture him as a beast in Super Smash Brothers. It makes reading more engaging. Figurative language includes metaphors, symbolism, personification. So it makes it more interesting to read. It makes it more fun. Here's a literal thing to say. My memories make me sad. That's literal. That's easy to read over and ignore. But look at if you use figurative language. I got bruises on my memory. I got tear stains on my hands. And in their mirror, there's a vision of what used to be a man. From Dwight Yoakam's 1,000 Miles from Nowhere. Literally, I was so confused. Figurative, memories of the past bounce around in my head like bouncy balls in an enclosed box. That's from a student star essay. So I was so confused versus this gives you a picture, right? Same thing here, this gives you a picture in your mind. So figurative language is important. Remember that connotations matter. Connotations mean the personal and emotional meaning to words and language. So you want to be thinking about the connotations of what you're adding to your writing. Think about what the tone and the mood of your writing is, and use figurative language that matches the rest of your essay. So talking about connotations, the word I like to use is father. Well, if we're just talking about the literal meaning of the word father, well, it's just the male parent of a child. But figuratively, using connotations, you've got all these different meanings depending on what your experience is. If you love your dad and you have a great dad and he's always there for you, you're going to have very different connotations. Connotations of, hey, dad means going fishing, playing catch, watching football together. Those are some great positive connotations. If you don't have a great relationship with dad, father, that means arguing, yelling, not talking, leaving, going away. It depends on you as a person. So different people are going to connect in different ways. But once again, if you think about connotations and the mood and tone of your writing, you're going to make your writing more powerful. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. These different examples of sad have very different connotations. So sad, like a 5-year-old who dropped his ice cream cone before he even tasted it. Oh, that's pretty sad, right? Poor kid. But what about this one? Sad, like a mother whose child is dying of cancer. Ouch, huge difference, right? This woman's sadness cannot be compared to that child's sadness. They have very different connotations. These are much stronger, much sadder. Sad like your team just lost the Super Bowl in overtime. Ooh, that's a big kind of sad, but it's still a different kind of sad than this, isn't it? And that's what you want to think about. In your essay, which of these would be more appropriate? And you have to be the one to decide because you're going to know the tone of your writing and the mood of the reader. Here's some other examples. Well, a literal thought on what happened in the essay was cancer ruined my aunt's chances of being a professional ice skater. But this person added strong figurative language. Cancer stole my aunt's skates and slashed her dreams to shreds. Wow, that makes you stop and think, doesn't it? That gives you a picture of what cancer being personified did. So why is this example effective? You know why. It makes you stop and imagine and picture it. And here's another example. These new, better labels still don't define me. Even though I like to be related to them, I only have my actions to thank and to let define me. In the end, labels are just a one-word summary for a book with millions of pages, of which our actions are the author. One-word summary for a book of millions of pages. Wow, you get a real picture, right, of how these labels just aren't enough. And that's what makes it effective. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so in your essay, you may want to add a simile to your conclusion, like the cancer one, but you want to include effective figurative language to help express your ideas and persuade your reader. Add that into your essay. All right, so our work for today, let's get to it, because I love getting my work done. It's so much fun. So I've reorganized it. The current week is going to be the one that's on top. We have our rubric for our America essay, and basically, it's telling you that you've got to tell a good story, use rhetorical devices like we talked about last year, and the writer provides commentary to explain how the story reflects their experience as an American. Also, the writer created more than one draft of a personal narrative. Yes, I can tell if you just did a rough draft and stopped. So be sure you are revising and adding to it. The writer experimented with techniques taught in class. We all know what those are, right? Our figurative language and the details that we're adding. The writer conferred with the teacher and our peers to receive feedback on the writing. So if you do this, you are at a mastery level. You're going to be making 80-something, high 70s to high 80s. If you go above and beyond and do really quality work, that's going to get you up to the 90s and 100s. And if you're just not putting forth much effort, well, that's going to get you the 50s, 60s. In my class, I am going to require that your writing be at least 400 words. 400 words. So be sure that you turn in something that's at least 400 words. Probably more. To get in the high range, probably 500, maybe even more than that. Also for today, we're taking a grade. So you want to be sure that you reply to this. Copy and paste one of the similes that you have in your essay and paste it in here. This is for a grade. This is our graded discussion. So click on this, add your response, and that of course means if you haven't put a simile or metaphor into your essay, add one, and then copy and paste it and turn it in so you get a good grade on it. If you turn in a simile or metaphor, you're going to get 100. If you turn in something different, you'll get a 70 or 80. And of course, if you don't turn something in, dun, 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 you get a 0. So be sure and do what you're supposed to do. Having said that, remember to get your essay done and to be successful. Sometimes we have to do it afraid, right? We have to work when we don't feel like it. And we have to remember that we are smart, confident, and successful. Take a deep breath, get a start, and do the best you can. Oh, and if you want to meet with me, remember on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Carvajal has hours after school. So you can go into a Zoom meeting with me. Click on this link, it'll open a Zoom meeting. It'll let me know that you're there. You may have to wait a minute or two, but I will join the meeting and I will visit you and spend time with you on your grades, on your essay, anything you need help with in the class. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the work for today. And if you come to class, I will meet with you about your writing and we will get these essays finished and they're going to be great. So have a great day and I hope to see you in class tomorrow.